linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways, but this guy is very dangerous.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Fresno State right back to the line. Toss sweep to the right. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. So Wake Forest offense will get the ball for the first time. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Quickly complete. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. A completion, but not quite enough for the first down. 3rd down coming for this offense. They'll try to get it through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the middle. Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Up-tempo for the offense.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Handoff to the single back. Powers through the defender. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Fresno State right back to the line. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Guys, Mississippi State and Ole Miss are back at it. Here is the very latest in the Egg Bowl from the Magnolia State. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The give out of the gun. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Trying to find his man on first down. He's right on target. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Keeps looking downfield. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
Well, if you're the offense, 2nd and short, you're trying to take a shot thinking if you don't get it, you'll just run. But the good news is you didn't lose that many yards. So still 3rd and very manageable, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. The Demon Deacons have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Demon Deacons.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed.
He'll do it himself.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Fresno State will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Fresno State right back to the line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Daniel. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Absolutely perfect.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Pressure coming. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. He fires one deep down the right side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Wide open downfield. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30. The Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. Got his man to the left. Tackled after picking up the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. From the red zone, looking for a man. It's complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Demon Deacons trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wake.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Coming after it. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Guys, it's been an entertaining 1st half, and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good 1st half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this 1st half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to get to it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this 2nd half without someone attached to his hip. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A pickup of 5, march it at the 36-yard line. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Might as well give it to him again. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Movement here from the tight end. Just feeds the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Singleton. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. A third and long coming up here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Fresno State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
After the touchdown, if they could get this too, we'll have a tie ball game. Slams it ahead. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, but there is a flag in the holding zone. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. He'll set up to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. He will be stopped short. The two-point conversion attempt is no good, and their bid to tie also goes by the boards. They're still down 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
The Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive. getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Oh, he's looking to throw. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry? Line getting set on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. Fresno State right back to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They're working that left side. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And that is no good. Still down by 2. Chance to take the lead out the window. Guys, tough break there. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. He's looking to pass. They're setting up the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On second down, looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. He's got his man. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Fresno State right back to the line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a space. Takes the easy one to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. It's caught. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The run from the shotgun. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. And they've regained the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. And chunk plays on the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Got it behind the line. It's Singleton. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Looking to move it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Makes the catch.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Tackle is made after the 1st down. Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take the lead. The snap sets up the throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. And the runner is down, and so is the flag.
Hold it. Offense.
So the penalty will
We
not
gotta
be
shoot that
enforced. The
video.
defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This game will come down to this. A field goal
Anything.
try to save them.
Am. Can I chill for a second?
And after taking the lead, guys,
The close, you've already
Big
made the
finish
close.
coming.
They're right there.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job right here late in the fourth
I'll
quarter.
come
They put themselves now
check on
in
anything.
position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense.
Make sure that
They
cord
deliver.
at the bottom
They get the
is
stop.
underneath the
They
blue
win this
thing.
game.
After putting up
You need to
three
wash your
spots,
hands
the
after you
kickoff
touch
unit set to
everything. You
go.
got poison on it.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback.
I'll come out there, dude.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man on the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Good.
That's
Who's
why
Shear?
you love veterans in this defense.
Yeah.
They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Okay.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. And they still hold that 2-point lead after the stop, David. Now to see what the offense can do.
Yeah, and you've worked on it all week, taking care of the football, making sure you don't make those mistakes, Jesse, while still being in those clutch situations in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, defense just did their job, right? So offense, let's go out, put some points on the board, put ourselves in a position to win.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game,